For years, I used to be a professional speed skater. I missed having that goal, and so last year I decided that I wanted to do my first ever marathon. And in 4 months, I went from no running whatsoever to a 2:52 marathon.
And that feeling of crossing the finish line, knowing that I was second in the race, my first ever marathon, and seeing the time being 2:52:04, it's special.
I want to give you this feeling, whether that is finishing a marathon, doing a sub-3 marathon, lifting more in the gym, or simply finishing a long bike ride or a hike. In this community, I will help you, guide you, inspire you, and motivate you to reach your goals. And at the same time, I will share my journey towards my new goal, which is a 2:25 marathon. Yo guys, quick update. I have not been very present on this channel for the last few months after my marathon. I was very motivated to keep creating content, to keep training, and kind of start my journey towards my next marathon. And the plan was to run a half marathon in Barcelona 2 weeks from today. That's not gonna happen. After the marathon, I ended up having some problems with my knee. And it turns out that I had a very tight IT band. I thought this would be a quick fix, that I would take a couple of weeks off, do some exercises, and get back to running. Turns out it's not that easy, and I haven't really been able to do long runs since the marathon. At times it's been 20 minutes of running and then I had to start walking. So that's obviously been unfortunate and it's not been very fun, but I still think that it's been good to kind of see that I'm not invincible, that I need to take care of my body, and also that running 2 marathons within 6 weeks is kind of a lot and a heavy load on the body. So what I've been doing is that I've been trying to compensate with doing some cycling, which I've been doing at home. Honestly, I do believe that riding your bike, getting more hours of training in without putting that extreme load on your knees and your body is kind of healthy and good for your performance also as a runner. So if you can combine running and cycling in a good way, I think that is great. I also do see that when I was a speed skater, we did so many different exercises. So we would do gym training, we would be inline skating, speed skating, road cycling, running. All of these things kind of led to us having pretty solid foundation for putting more work in. And I also think that's why I was close to never injured. And I think that was also what got me through the running for so long here. I mean, obviously it's some pain here and there in my calves and my ankles, kind of like the typical running pain, but not a big issue. And so I think that it's very important to go back to where I was in terms of having enough strength to support everything that I need to run as much as I need to for me to reach my new goals. When it comes to this channel, I've realized that I can't I can't have too high expectations to how good the quality of the content will be, and it will probably be more of a diary kind of thing. So I will have more talks like this where I'm just talking to you about the journey, how it's going, what I'm doing, and also kind of just keep you updated in that way. and obviously try to add some shots of me running here and there, but it's not always gonna be possible. When it comes to training and how I've been able to go from no running to a 2:52 marathon in only 4 months, I think that one of the most fundamental things that I've done is to make sure I have enough like low intensity training. And for people who have not been athletes, I think they will be shocked to hear how much of the training is actually low intensity training. I had probably 90% of my training at low intensity and then obviously you have to add some speed work and threshold into that. But this summer and fall, I don't think I even averaged one threshold training a week. If you just started running, or you have set yourself a goal of running fast, whether that is a marathon or a half marathon, I would strongly encourage you to make sure you have a lot of low intensity trainings. I can't stress this enough. It's so important. I also think it's very important to consider the intensity of your harder workouts like threshold, using a lactate tester. And as soon as you pass 2 minutes of competition time, you really need to make sure you have a good enough foundation of low intensity but also threshold. And threshold is not supposed to be very hard. When I'm done with a workout and I feel like I'm exhausted and like this was so hard I couldn't have done one more, I know that it was a bad one. And I know that it's very trendy to kind of like go all out, and you watch all these American movies where they're kind of puking and throwing themselves on the floor. And this is cool when you're watching a movie, but it won't really give you the results when it comes to endurance sports. Obviously you will have to have some of those, like do competitions. So if I am to go all out, I will try to find a 10K or a 5K, whatever it is, where I can do this. It will not be a part of my weekly training. So for now, those are just the thoughts that I've had after a marathon. I've been wanting to talk more about this. I also will go more into detail on my training and my thoughts on the intensity and like the specifics of it, whether that is heart rate or the lactate levels. But for now, that's it. So thanks for watching, and until next time.